As you dive deeper into minimalism, regular cleaning and decluttering becomes an integral part of your routine. While this lifestyle offers many benefits, such as a clearer mind and a more organized space, it also poses certain challenges. Potential pitfalls can quickly derail your progress if you're not vigilant. To ensure your minimalism journey remains positive and transformative, it's important to understand and avoid these common mistakes. Here are some key mistakes to watch out for and helpful tips to help you maintain a productive and rewarding minimalist lifestyle. A big challenge when adopting minimalism is managing unrealistic expectations. It's easy to get swayed by the perfect images and ideal lifestyles often portrayed on social media platforms like Instagram or Pinterest. These sources can create the false impression that achieving the perfect minimalist home is easy and quick. Consider the fitness world, for example. Social media often highlights transformation stories with impressive before and after photos, suggesting that achieving similar results requires just a few intense workouts or dietary changes. In reality, building a sustainable fitness routine requires gradual progression, consistent effort, and adapting to various challenges along the way. Similarly, when adopting a minimalist lifestyle, it's important to understand that the process isn't instantaneous. Imagine you're trying to simplify your workspace. You might imagine going from a messy desk to a clean, organized space in just a week. However, the reality is that this transformation often takes time, requiring constant tweaking and regular cleaning to maintain the desired state. If you approach minimalism with the expectation of immediate results, you may find yourself frustrated and discouraged. Accepting that the journey is about continuous improvement rather than instant perfection can make the process more manageable and enjoyable. Realize that adopting a minimalist lifestyle requires patience and consistent effort. It's about gradually making changes, reevaluating your belongings, and developing new habits over time. So as you begin your minimalist journey, remember that it's a gradual process that requires patience and effort. Avoid comparing your progress to curated images online, and instead, appreciate each step forward. Beware of perfectionism. It's a common pitfall on the path to minimalism. Embracing a minimalist lifestyle is a continuous journey rather than a quick fix. Striving for a perfectly tidy and clutter-free space at all times can set you up for disappointment and exhaustion. Understand that your home will have its moments of disorder, and that's perfectly okay. Give yourself the grace to acknowledge that perfection is unattainable and that small steps forward are still progress. For instance, think about adopting healthier eating habits. You might have days where you indulge in less nutritious foods, but that doesn't mean you've failed. It's about making consistent choices that align with your goals over time. The same goes for your minimalist journey. There will be times when things get a bit messy, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. Embrace the process, celebrate the small victories, and recognize that imperfection is a natural part of the journey. This mindset not only makes the pursuit of minimalism more achievable, but also more enjoyable, as you learn to appreciate the progress rather than fixating on an idealized end state. When you dive into minimalism, it's easy to get caught up in following popular advice. You'll likely come across a number of experts sharing their decluttering strategies, each presenting their methods with confidence and charm. For example, you might see a popular productivity coach offering a systematic approach to time management that promises to increase your efficiency and reduce your stress. While these methods can be insightful, it's important to realize that what works for one person may not work for another. Think about how people approach learning new skills. Some people thrive on structured courses, while others prefer hands-on practice or learn through trial and error. Likewise, when it comes to minimalism, there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Rather than rigidly following a method just because it's popular or recommended, take the time to explore and adapt different techniques to suit your needs. Experiment with different methods, whether it's organizing items into categories, using digital tools to organize, or using a more visual system, and find what works for you. Remember, the journey to minimalism is a personal one. Embrace the process of discovery and be open to adjusting and refining your strategies. If a method doesn't produce the results you expected, don't get discouraged. Take it as an opportunity to learn and adjust your approach until you find what works best for you. It's easy to become trapped in the cycle of overthinking. For instance, you might find yourself endlessly exploring different workout routines by watching a myriad of fitness videos, various consulting trainers, and meticulously comparing exercise programs. This can lead to a situation where you spend more time researching than actually working out. Likewise, when planning a new hobby, such as learning to cook, you might read dozens of cookbooks, watch millions of cooking shows, and collect an array of kitchen gadgets, yet never get around to preparing a meal. The initial excitement and zeal for these activities can quickly turn into an overwhelming array of options and information, preventing you from taking concrete steps. Instead of getting bogged down by details, focus on starting small and taking practical actions. Transforming your enthusiasm into real progress requires more than just gathering ideas. It demands commitment to act and to build momentum, even if it begins with just one small, manageable task. A common misconception is that organizing must come before tackling the clutter in your life. This mistake often leads to simply rearranging items instead of actually creating a more functional space. Picture this. You're trying to streamline your digital life. You spend countless hours creating an elaborate system of folders and subfolders, believing you're making progress. However, if you don't first delete unnecessary files and duplicates, all you're doing is creating a streamlined mess. The same principle applies to managing your email inbox. You can diligently set up filters and labels, but if you don't take the time to unsubscribe from irrelevant newsletters or delete outdated emails, your efforts will be in vain. The productivity industry thrives on this behavior, offering countless tools and apps designed to help you get organized. However, without first eliminating what you don't need, you'll end up with a polished yet chaotic space. It's important to be rigorous and thorough in your decluttering process, keeping only what truly adds value. Once you've significantly pared down your digital assets or files, you can focus on effectively organizing what remains. This approach ensures that your organizing efforts are truly impactful and that your environment, whether physical or digital, remains functional and free of unnecessary clutter. When you're diving into minimalism, it's important not to get so caught up in aesthetics that you forget about functionality. It's easy to get swayed by the idea of a picture-perfect space on social media. However, your home should be practical and comfortable first. For example, you might be tempted to buy sleek, minimalist furniture that looks great in photos, but isn't practical for everyday use. Instead, choose pieces that have a purpose and enhance your everyday life, even if they don't exactly fit the minimalist ideal. A cozy chair that you love to read in, or a kitchen gadget that makes cooking easier are valuable additions. Remember, minimalism should make your life better, not just look pretty. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and give us a like.